Chapter 2. The Unseen Forces. Emily awoke to darkness, the damp earth pressing against her cheek as she groaned, trying to shake off the disorientation that clouded her mind. Where was she? Panic surged through her as she realized she was no longer beneath the oak tree in the clearing. Instead, she found herself in a cavernous chamber, the air thick with the scent of earth and decay. Struggling to her feet, Emily took stock of her surroundings. The walls of the chamber were rough-hewn and slick with moisture, and the only source of light came from a distant, flickering torch that cast long, dancing shadows across the stone floor. As she stumbled forward, Emily's foot caught on something solid, sending her sprawling to the ground once more. With a cry of frustration, she reached out to steady herself, her fingers brushing against cold, hard metal. She gasped as she realized what it was: a rusted iron chain, anchored firmly to the wall. Fear clawed at Emily's throat as she followed the length of the chain to its source, a heavy iron door set into the stone wall. It stood slightly ajar, revealing nothing but impenetrable darkness beyond. With a sinking heart, Emily realized she was trapped, at the mercy of forces she could not comprehend. For hours she wandered the chamber, her mind racing with fear and uncertainty. Where was she? Who had brought her here, and why? And most importantly, how could she escape? Just as despair threatened to overwhelm her, Emily heard a faint sound echoing through the darkness, a soft, melodic hum that sent a shiver down her spine. She strained to listen, her senses on high alert as she followed the sound to its source. At the far end of the chamber, she found a narrow passage leading deeper into the earth. The humming grew louder with each step, a strange mixture of sorrow and longing that seemed to tug at Emily's very soul. With trembling hands, she reached out to push open the heavy iron door that blocked her path. It groaned protestingly against her efforts, the sound echoing through the chamber like a mournful lament. Beyond the door lay a vast, underground chamber, illuminated by the flickering light of 1,000 candles. In the center of the room stood a figure cloaked in shadows, their features obscured by the darkness. Emily approached cautiously, her heart pounding in her chest as she struggled to make out the figure before her. As she drew closer, she saw that it was a woman, her face gaunt and pale, her eyes gleaming with an otherworldly light. Without a word, the woman reached out a hand, beckoning Emily closer. Instinctively, Emily knew she should run, that this woman was no friend to her, but something drew her forward, an inexplicable force that she could not resist. As she reached out to take the woman's hand, Emily felt a surge of energy course through her, filling her with a sense of power and purpose she had never known. With a triumphant smile, the woman leaned in close, her voice a soft whisper in the darkness. "Welcome, child," she murmured, her words sending a chill down Emily's spine. "You have been chosen to serve a greater purpose." And with those ominous words, Emily knew that her fate was sealed, bound to the darkness of the Whispering Woods for all eternity.